The sun rises over the crowded streets of Manila, painting the city in shades of orange and gold. The air hums with life, jeepneys honking, street vendors calling out their daily specials, and the chatter of people hurrying to work. Among the noise stands a small boy, no more than 12 years old, holding a microphone with both hands. His eyes, clouded and unfocused, reveal his blindness. He can't see the world around him, but he feels it. Every vibration, every sound, every heartbeat in the air. His mother, a woman in her 30s with tired eyes and a gentle smile, sits beside him on an old stool. She holds a plastic cup for donations as she listens to her son's soft hum. "Are you ready, Anak?" she whispers, brushing dust from his white shirt. The boy nods. "Yes, Mama. I can feel the people." He turns his face slightly upward toward the faint warmth of the morning sun, and begins to sing. His voice cuts through the noise, clear, angelic, and powerful, like a message from the heavens. People stop. The vendor stops stirring his noodles. A jeepney driver lowers his radio. The melody carries across the street, wrapping around strangers' hearts. Some close their eyes to feel it. Some drop coins into the cup, unable to look away. The song is "You Raise Me Up." His little fingers tremble as he clutches the microphone, but his voice never wavers, it soars. Each note carries the story of a boy who cannot see but has learned to feel everything more deeply than most ever will. Tears begin to well up in the mother's eyes. She looks around at the small crowd, strangers who have suddenly fallen silent, moved by the sound of a blind child's dream. When he finishes, there's a moment of silence. Then the clapping begins. People cheer, some recording him on their phones. The boy bows slightly, unsure if the applause is real or imagined. His mother gently squeezes his shoulder. "They love you, Anak," she says softly. "They can feel your heart." That night, they sit in their small rented room made of thin plywood walls. A single bulb flickers above them. The mother counts the coins. Not enough for much, maybe dinner and rent for a few days. The boy leans against the window, listening to the city outside. "Mama," he says, "do you think I'll ever sing on a big stage one day?" She smiles sadly. "Maybe one day, if God wants it." That one day comes sooner than either could have imagined. A foreign couple visiting Manila sees a video of the blind boy singing, posted by a stranger on social media. Within weeks it goes viral, millions of views. People from all over the world leave comments. "This boy deserves the world. Someone take him to America's Got Talent." An email arrives, an official invitation from AGT itself. The mother reads it aloud, trembling, her voice breaking. They want you to audition in Los Angeles." The boy gasps, his lips trembling. "Me? But Mama, I'm just a boy from the streets." She hugs him tightly. "Not anymore, Anak. The world has heard you." Weeks later they step off a plane in America for the first time. The airport feels enormous. The boy clutches his cane and follows his mother closely, his small hand gripping hers. Everything is new. The smell, the cold air, the strange accents. They reach the AGT studio. The mother fixes his white suit, the same one they had borrowed and hand-washed countless times. Gold trim glistens faintly under the lights. Around his neck the silver microphone pendant swings gently, a symbol of his dream. Backstage he can hear laughter, footsteps, the sound of the stage crew moving props. Someone says, "Next up." A 12-year-old blind singer from the Philippines. His heart pounds. He touches his pendant and whispers, "God, please help me sing with my heart." A staff member gently guides him to the stage. The crowd murmurs in curiosity. The four judges, Simon Cowell, Sofia Vergara, Heidi Klum and Howie Mandel, exchange curious glances. They see a small boy walking carefully, his white cane tapping the floor. The mother stops at the edge of the stage, her hands trembling as she lets him go. Simon leans forward. "Hello, young man. What's your name?" "My name is Angelo, sir." The boy says softly, his voice trembling. "And where are you from, Angelo?" "I'm from the Philippines." Simon smiles gently. "What are you going to sing for us today?" "I will sing, You Raise Me Up." The audience murmurs again. Some whisper, "Oh my God, that's the song from the video." The boy takes a deep breath. The music starts. The first notes echo through the hall. He grips the microphone tightly and begins to sing. The room falls silent. His voice, innocent yet powerful, fills the air with an emotion so pure that it transcends words. He doesn't see the thousands of eyes staring at him, but he feels them. He feels their energy, their breath, their hearts beating with his. As he sings, his voice rises higher and higher, each note carrying the pain and beauty of his journey. The camera zooms in on Simon's face. His usual stern expression begins to soften. His eyes glisten. Sophia wipes a tear. Even Howie, known for his humor, sits frozen. The audience watches in complete silence, a rare, sacred moment. When he reaches the final chorus, he lifts his face upward as if singing directly to heaven. His little chest rises as he hits the final note with everything inside him. The sound reverberates across the hall like a prayer. Then, silence again, the kind of silence that says everything words cannot, and suddenly, the entire audience stands. A sea of people clapping, shouting, crying. The boy stands there confused, not knowing what's happening until he hears his mother crying backstage. "They're standing, Anak," she shouts. "They're all standing for you." The boy smiles shyly. "Thank you, thank you." Simon Cowell stands slowly. His lips tremble slightly as he looks at the little boy standing center stage, clutching his microphone like it's the only thing keeping him steady. "Angelo," Simon begins, his voice shaking, "I've been doing this for a long time, but what you just did, that was something truly special. You reminded us all why we love music. It's not about fame or perfection, it's about heart. And you have one of the biggest hearts I've ever seen." Tears run down the boy's mother's face. The camera captures her crying backstage, her hands over her mouth. Simon looks at his fellow judges, then reaches out and presses the golden buzzer. The hall explodes in sound. Golden confetti rains down from the ceiling. The boy tilts his head upward, confused at first, then smiles as he feels the fluttering paper brush against his skin. His mother runs onto the stage, embracing him tightly. "You did it, Anak! You did it!" she cries. The crowd chants his name, "Angelo! Angelo!" As the music swells. Simon wipes his tears with a smile. This is why we do this show," he says softly. Sophia and Heidi stand beside him, both emotional, clapping through their tears. The confetti continues to fall as Angelo hugs his mother. "Mama," he whispers, "is it raining gold?" She laughs through her tears. "Yes, my love, it's raining gold." He smiles. Then God must be watching. As the stage lights fade, the camera pans out, showing the little Filipino boy, once singing on the streets of Manila, now standing in golden light on one of the biggest stages in the world. His dream, once impossible, has become real. Later that night, in the hotel room, Angelo sits by the window. The world outside is quiet. He still wears his white suit, now sprinkled with a few pieces of golden confetti. His mother sits beside him holding his hand. "Mama," he says softly, "today, I couldn't see anything, but I could feel everything. The crowd, the music, Simon crying, I felt it all here." He presses his hand to his chest. His mother nods, tears filling her eyes again. "You made the whole world feel your heart, Anak. You gave them hope." He smiles, his sightless eyes glowing softly in the dim light. "Then maybe that's my purpose, to make people feel." From the streets of Manila to the grandest stage in America, a blind boy's song becomes a miracle. A reminder that true vision comes not from the eyes but from the soul. When Simon Cowell is later interviewed about that night, he simply says, "There are performances that entertain you, and then there are performances that change you. That boy changed me." And somewhere back in Manila, in a little alleyway where he once sang for coins, people now watch his story on their phones. They see the confetti, the standing ovation, and the blind boy who made the world believe again. Some smile, some cry, and all of them whisper the same thing: he made it. Because dreams, no matter how small, no matter how far, always find their way to those who believe. And for a 12-year-old poor Filipino blind boy, that belief became a song that will never be forgotten.